Greetings everyone and welcome back to Humankind and to Manu, the jewel in the Italian crown. It is turn 236 and there are lots of things that we need to get done before we run out of time. That is actually becoming an ever-present pressure on us. We could move to the next era if we want to. It is the last era. That being said, there are a lot of stars that we could gather in this era still. Are any of our competitors even remotely close? No, none of them are even remotely close to being able to get to the next era. But do we really want to drag our feet in this era any longer than necessary, given that if we do, then we may actually run out of time before completing the next era. That is also compounded by the fact that we have actually completely researched everything we can research in this era. There's nothing more that we can research without progressing. That is actually something of a big push there. You know what? It might actually even be better in the future, if possible, to grab a science-focused culture for era number 5, specifically so that you don't run out of things to research and then have to be faced with the idea of just moving forward regardless. That being said, we're so far ahead now in fame that I do not believe that hanging around for the potential additional fame stars is really going to help us. It's such a small amount at this point. Are there any that we're particularly close to? We are almost certainly going to get the militarist stars in the next war. And the next war is only a couple of turns away. The agrarian star, we might not get the 3rd star there, if I'm perfectly honest. This one would be at the end of the next war, so might be quite a few turns away, and it's only 88. Builder stars, honestly, we probably get that around the same time we'll get agrarian stars based on the speed that we're currently building new districts. The merchant stars, I don't think we're going to get to. Not in any kind of practical time scale. And that being said, we're about 6 turns away from getting the first estate star. I think we can sink 6 turns worth of science to get at least 1 star in our kind of focused area. Sure, we can make that happen, and we can pick up a little bit of extra fame along the way. Yes, it does mean that our cities are not going to be producing much science for now. So, with that in mind, we're actually going to move things around. Science is now going to be the very bottom of the queue because we simply do not need it. Let's make sure that everyone is in that same place. There we go, Manu. Let's do the same over here. Even farmers are going to get higher than Manu right now in that regard. Pop you there. There we go. Let's actually have a look at that. We are... Ooh, was our science actually helping out there? Yes, it is. We're getting bonus stability from research jobs. Still... Yeah, we really are. Okay, well, I guess we're going to keep that one for Manu then, simply because of Manu's low stability at the moment. But we could probably greatly improve that. Honestly, that being said, maybe, given that we've actually built our set of bonuses around having scientists, I will actually put science above farmers again. Just to make sure that we can get the most out of that. Yeah, there we go. It also affects our overall influence as well. Alright, I think with that we're about ready to end turn. Let's actually have a look at Darth Raptor. Darth Raptor is going to be finished with that in a moment, so I'm going to have you move on to Big Ben immediately. You're already working on Big Ben, as is Poke Dragon, I believe. And Manu's going to be busy for a couple of turns yet with regards to its current construction queue. Yeah, we will pop Big Ben right at the end. The other thing we should probably do is continue to put up our emblematic district before we move, but we'll see how that one goes. As far as the oncoming war, we are pulling their war support down by smacking them around a little bit here and there in the naval theatre. However, our war support is growing slowly. I would like it to grow a little bit faster if we could possibly make that happen. We've also got quite a lot of civics that we haven't yet grabbed anything for. New grievance available. Okay, let's have a look at you.
I would not put myself in this position if I feared the consequences.
Really? Once again. Okay, well, you're now a much bigger target for me. A much bigger target. We will swoop through, grab these, But then, yeah, we're going to take that out. We're probably going to end up with the new world controlled by just 2 cities, so it's going to take a lot of money to absorb them all, frankly. Is Manu still on path to be able to absorb? Let me select Manu specifically. No, the cost is rising rather sharply. That being said, we've still got 2 spare cities that we can look at. Let's allow our armies to move around. And with that, let's have a quick peek. Let's swing up here. That is actually quite a pain in the bum, I'm going to be honest. What else have we got? We'll probably try and take those over. Just in a straight up war, though. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. And we may also raise them down until we've only got 1 city in this area. That being said, I might as well just start getting the war support rising. I've already made 2 demands on them. Pressing my people there. Stole independent people there. Sure, we're gonna go ahead and demand these.
You have more than enough, and I only ask for a bit.
Coming from me?
Angry enough to burst into flame.
That would actually be quite impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to see that happen.
You understand that this is not a negotiation. You make me angry enough to burst into flame.
Okay, it's less impactful the second time you say it, I'm going to be honest. Nevertheless, it really isn't a negotiation. I'm basically telling you what you're going to have to do. And there's 2 ways that this is going to come about. One is much easier for both of us, and the other one is much harder just for you, because it's still going to be easy for me to win the war. Right, we're going to have you guys just hang tight. Could we upgrade you? We probably could, but let's go for one of the least powerful units, shall we? So that's going to be you, Musketeers. Let's upgrade you. There we are. And how about over here? We've got... Oh, wow, yeah, that's quite low there. Our Knights definitely need an upgrade. Let's get them properly upgraded there. You can be upgraded to Partisans. I mean, I might as well. Sure. Okay. You could not quite make it all the way there. So let's sweep up. Have you sweep this way. There we go. That'll do. Do we have any ships that need to leave port? No, I think we're overall quite fine with that. Is there something you wish to discuss? No. Very well. We are going to pop down the cash necessary to upgrade them, though, because they are such a weak unit compared to the others. This one is only going to gain a little bit of health. That being said, the ability to maneuver over cliffs is incredibly tempting, so sure, okay, we'll get you fully upgraded. And then we will have you sleep for the time being. Yeah, you get a bit of a rest. Darth Raptor's population is increased. Very nice. Enemies of the Empire. Yours is a martial empire, your history littered with stories of great achievements in war and battle. With the era bringing both great weapons and great insights, you have a duty to ask yourself how you should treat your conquered enemies. Anti-imperialist. Our heads can be held high when we fight those who would oppress. Plus 20 war support increased when winning a battle on an imperialist empire. Or imperialists. For the sake of harmony, only one empire should be the ultimate victor. So this would basically move us more towards the authority civic, whereas this one would just move us more towards world civic. I don't think we're really going to be going for either of these for the time being. That's not a high priority civic for us, realistically speaking. Right, let's have you merge. There we go. Very nice. Everyone gets an upgrade. My lord, the backbone of our army just significantly upgrading in technology there. My goodness. Sure, let's cross the water here. How about you? War elephants. I mean, upgrading to a heavy machine gun, that's certainly not a bad upgrade. But it's moving away from a war elephant. I mean, it might have better damage potential. But we're giving up a war elephant. I'm not sure in good conscience that I can do this. We don't need to head in that direction anymore. We've got another fleet moving in that would be able to cut off anything. Population loss.
Big Ben will give you a visible and official correct time. Rather important now that all the clocks of an entire empire need to agree on it.
It is true. Okay, Ilsar's population has fallen -1 due to growth. Did someone just use an ability over here? Or did we actually... Oh, we actually lost someone. Alright, duly noted. Okay. Well, given that, let's pop down some more food then, I guess. Well, actually, it's simply that we don't have enough jobs, realistically speaking. This would not give us any jobs there. Let's look for something which will give us something. That one doesn't give us any additional jobs. This one will give us a researcher slot, worker slot, farmer slot, banker slot. Let's go more for money then in that case. We'll lose a little bit of food, and I'm going to have to recover that elsewhere. 39 food over there would be definitely worthwhile. We'll lose a little bit of food and a little bit of industry here, but we're bulking up our naval district there. Sorry, our harbour. Popping this down for 43 is very nice indeed. I think that should be fine for now. And then with that, we can start radically improving the overall infrastructure. We're going to be busy over here for quite some time. There we go. That'll keep you busy for a bit. Now, I didn't catch eyes on the fleet that was moving around here, sadly. So we're just going to have to patrol that area. As for you, I do believe we should be able to get into a fight with you, since it's in international waters. With you, I just want you to tuck down for now. Alright, a lot of places just finished with Big Ben. Now, in terms of the Estate Star, we're going to have it next turn. Sorry, no, we'll have it in 2 turns' time. That's fine. Yeah, we're quite far off on this one. Alright, I think we're going to be moving pretty soon. Let's find the best place for our emblematic districts that we can possibly lay them down. Are there any particularly good ones for this one? +2 influence per adjacent commons quarter, +4 influence on emblematic districts nearby. Very well. Well, we've got no commons quarters to really help us with this, but we can definitely lay it down in a couple of spots. Commons quarters over there wouldn't be too bad. That one will lose the potential of getting a nice bonus, though, so still, I don't think we need to worry over much about it. We will place this one up here. We can have some commons quarters around it there. Place this one. We've got a couple of options here. I think that would be a nice one for building up commons quarters around it. We could do the same over here, perhaps. And we've got a lot of options there. Any more? We've got quite a few more, actually. Whether we're going to have time to build all of these, very doubtful, if I'm perfectly honest. Still, we'll try and plonk them all down where we can. And then we'll see which ones we manage to get to in time. The amount of culture we're going to be generating here is actually kind of staggering. Sure, we'll build up along that side there. I think that is it for you. Oh, no, there's still one more place that I can put you. Right, well, let's steer away from the water's edge. That's a bit better than I want to use up on that. Right, how about you? Any choice locations already singled out? No, not really. Interesting. Okay, well, let's plop down. I'm not seeing a lot going on here. We could probably pop down a couple of commons quarters around there without too much trouble. Definitely over here. And we can double benefit from it by having these two close together there. Finally, where do we want to go here? Suppose we could pop one down here by the other holy site. That would be fine. And that's it for you. Oh, no, wait. There is one more place, perhaps. No. No, we won't pop in anything there. Maybe pop a hamlet over here and then another one. But odds are we're not going to get to that. Each one of those takes me 2 turns to make, and I was only really planning on being here for 1 turn. But we'll see. 52, 52. Let's go here. We'll lose less by building that one. And the next we will place... Well... Honestly, it's not terribly bad because we can build commons quarters over here and then benefit from that. But I think we're going to go down here instead. Anywhere else? We could, of course, you know, just hang out a little bit longer than planned. Again, there's no particular pressure for us to try and move to the next era just yet. Bunch of new grievances available. Have a look over here. Population loss. I can only assume that's... Yes. Damn it, Chen.
I bid you greetings,
You scallywag.
of my proud people.
I demand money.
My demand for reparations was just...
I mean, you know, I don't want to have to crush you utterly, but I will. If you make it the only reasonable thing that I could do to stop you stealing my populations. Right, let's go for it. And they've backed out straight away. Where are my other fleets? Let's get you down here as fast as I can. Victory at that battle. Very nice. And they forgave a grievance straight away.
Challenge accepted.
Okay. Right, we're on the cusp of a bunch of things. I think if we could go to war right now, it'd probably be worth our time.
How do you do? In every sense of the question.
Well, actually. Okay, we can go into war in the next turn. And we might as well do that. We've only got 60 turns left before the game is forced into an end. And we're already well ahead of the competition, so I see no real reason not to. Let's upgrade some of you. Or rather, 2 of you. There we go. And the next turn we can do a few more. Alright, you can hang tight there.
30 market quarters. Somewhere in the afterlife, Croesus is having a fit of jealousy.
Oh, I like the reference. Well played. Era star unlocked. Estate stars have been earned. Population gain in PokeDragon. Resource sold. Access to our Mercury. Alright. Armies. You finish out the rest of your movement. Let's get into a fight here. There we go. They bailed. Good. That's kind of what I wanted, ultimately. Let's get you down there as soon as possible. And we're just going to continue to pull up my war support and drop theirs with the constant losses there. Right, with that, I think it's time for us to go to war. Our cities have got long build queues that they're gradually working their way through. We may as well get those emblematic districts up and running before we switch. I don't think there's a reason not to. All right, declare war. Have we got everything that we want here? I could grab you as well, I suppose, but I'm not going to go for that one. That was a little bit too far away from me, really. I would like both of these to be handed over, though. Okay. The reason why we're not taking this is if I did take it, the only thing I could do is raise it and then try to rebuild, but because I don't have a neighboring, a border neighboring that territory, I wouldn't be able to rebuild it as an outpost. There is a limit on there. Okay, wartime then.
Empty words. Meaningless gestures. I have had enough.
I have. It's true.
At last my time has come! I will have your head.
I like the energy I'm getting from you, Birdman. Truly I do. Right, loads of trade routes blocked.
Why are you here?
Allied with my enemy, oppressing my people. I mean, I could push for that, but I don't really want a war with the mines as well. Please and thank you, no. Okay, let's get this war going. It would pull in all of my armies. Initially, this would be the first army to get involved, though. I could build up some siege weapons. They'll lose units slowly. No, we're just going to get into this assault. And, of course, we're going to go for a manual battle, naturally. Right. We'll like you at the front. Like one of you up there, you there. I don't want my cavalry at the front. That being said, you know, they'd still be able to fight from the rear, but that's fine. Okay. Time for us to get involved then. Okay, this is going to be glorious. Let's begin the fight. Now, if we don't pull any of my other armies into this, then those armies can continue fighting, assuming we manage to finish this turn off. If we can get everything done here before having to pull the armies in, then we can move the rest of the armies around. But that's only really going to benefit us if we can do all of this in a single turn. My cavalry now are going to have the advantage of being able to swoop through these areas and attack. Can they fire after? Move and fire. This is fantastic. Can perform a full move after making an attack. Well, hopefully they can make an attack after performing a full move. It looks like they can. Very glorious. Okay, so I'm starting to see the benefit of our cavalry there. You can shoot. Go for it. Do a little bit of extra damage. And as for you, can you get anywhere where you'll be able to attack? Actually, no. Why can't you? Is that really a cliff face? Oh, my lord, it is. Well, that's deeply upsetting, but okay, I guess. Fine, let's make our way down here. We can shoot over the undeployed units. There we go. And I believe... Can you fire again? Maybe you can. Wow. I'm not used to that anymore. Having a gunner unit that can move and attack. Right, how are the Persians going to attack us? Ineffectively, hopefully. I mean, these are just city militia, so I'm not sure what we're really expecting from them. Okay. Having any of our units inside here does make them somewhat vulnerable to being attacked multiple times. Still, let's remove you. Can you get in? No, you cannot. Let's move. I want to try and make room for you to get a little bit deeper into this area. Just as soon as you decide to go. No? I mean... I really wanted you to, but apparently not. I am a tad concerned, not gonna lie. Ever so slightly worried. Can we possibly move in? We can go down the cliffs, thankfully, with these units and then attack. Or we would. Oh, no, there we go. They actually did attack. Fantastic. Okay, very pleased with this. From any of these tiles, can we get a good shot in? I don't think we can, sadly. So I guess you're just going to have to wait there. You cannot enter. Again, very sadly there. You can't cross the walls. You hold that position. You can attack, though. Someone. You can't attack them. You can't attack anyone in there, actually. Interesting. Is there any tile from whence I can have you attack someone? Nope, doesn't look like it. So I'm just going to have you guard. And you guard as well. At this point, you can just clear out one of the tiles. And then that's done. I'm not sure what happened there. It honestly felt like we were meant to be attacking, but didn't. I'm going to have to bail you out from that location then in the next turn. Alright, let's have you cross in. And take them out completely. Perfect work. You can take them out, I think. That was one group. No, there we go. The entire fight won. Fantastic. And we gained our militarist star. Excellent. Lost no one, only 4% health losses. Average health changed from 75% to 72%. Most of that was a single unit that got blatted outside the walls. Okay. Let's have a look at your war score now. Actually, you gained an awful lot of instant war score from us going to war with you. Yikes. Oh, did they get pulled in? They may have actually been pulled into the war anyway. Oh, that's actually quite frustrating. I could have easily won that in a much faster way had I brought in my other units. It's a bit of a shame that it works like that. Oh well. Lesson learned, I suppose. Sacred cows. Conquering the greater city of Amsterdam was a famous day in the Empire's history, but the city has a strong cultural identity, and we must decide how we view their strange customs. Cultural respect. Following others' customs is no threat to our fundamental identity. Plus 100% fame earned per Aesthete Era star. Wow. Cultural eradication. We should not unnecessarily dilute our culture with others' strange rites. Prevents the spread of other empires' sphere of influence through controlled territory. Ooh. That would actually be a very potent ability. That would be a very potent ability if you weren't the strongest culture, which we are, so we don't need it. So this is definitely where we would want to go. That being said, is it really going to help us very much? Not anymore. We've just crested an Aesthete star, so no. Still, it isn't terrible. Let's have a quick look at where we're at. Yeah, we need a lot more fame. But that would have been amazing for us. And it will be good going forward in general, I would say. I definitely feel that would help us out in the long run. Still, we've got a couple of turns left.
30 farmers' quarters is quite a milestone.
It is.
Let's hope the population is getting some exercise as well.
Do you know what farming involves? We're not. Well, actually, I take that back. We are actually in the industrial era. It's becoming less manpower and more machine power. Still, the life of a farmer is no easy life. I think we don't have to worry too much about our populations. We've got some extra science. I mean, okay, it doesn't really help us, but I wonder if we're accruing this science. It would be nice if we were basically building it up like a bank. That would be truly wonderful. Where are you going? Okay, you're coming in through there. Fair enough. And the same for you, if you could, please. Let's move on out. Now, that only has a population of 7 in there. And have they gotten rid of it? No, surely not. Oh, it's an administrative center, so that is now entirely ours. Okay. I wasn't expecting that, but sure. Right, I can't attack you, sadly, but I can attack you. They're going to bail out, and I'm okay with them doing that. Now, it is actually feeling like it might be best for me to do both wars at the same time down here. My fleet right now dominates the waters. I could very comfortably control movement of naval forces around this area without any particular issue for me.
Speak.
At this stage, your war support is going to drop fast enough that we will win the war, but for me to keep my war support up high enough to be able to make big, bold demands, I'm going to have to be constantly fighting you. So I can't afford to rest on my laurels here. Population gain in both Manu and Darth Raptor. Osmosis event? Really? We're just going to get all of the science osmosis events. Where were you before when Darth Raptor was constantly in an osmosis event? The Mughals have gained renown as a merchant. Okay. It doesn't particularly affect me as it stands. I'm going to let you run away if you can. And we're going to get involved in a fight down here. Going to let you run away too. You can't. Okay, I'm going to instantly resolve that one. There's no reason for me to get involved in that at all. Can I besiege them? I actually could. This little dinky fleet could 100% get involved in there. I'm not going to. I'm going to continue chasing their ships around. Because realistically, I would like this fleet to be upgraded first. Instant resolution. Okay. Getting more of their units wiped out. Quite a few of them, actually. They forgave a grievance. Of course they did. Alright. My units down here. Let's continue upgrading you. Got a little ways to go yet. Oof. It's a bit of a run to get in there, but sure. We can probably swoop up and around down here. That shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, they've got a couple of units down there that I'm going to want to take on. My armies are sufficiently powerful at this point that I don't imagine that we're going to have any real trouble dealing with them. An artifact of war. Fighting far beyond the homeland, your soldiers drew on their deepest reserves of strength to vanquish their opponents. Exhausted afterwards, they rested in a sheltered valley, where one of their number made a startling discovery. Nestled in the hillside, long buried, your soldiers came across an ancient holy site, within which stood a towering stele inscribed with hundreds of lines of strange script. Frenzies on the surrounding walls depict... Oh, sorry, frenzies. Freezes? I'm not familiar with that word. I think I may have heard it in passing. I think I know what it means. Like, not so much mosaics, but mural-like, I think. I am not entirely certain, so please do let me know in the comments if you happen to know. On the surrounding, especially with regards to its pronunciation, on the surrounding walls depict blasphemous scenes, yet suggest the stele holds valuable knowledge. What is your will? Commandeer, the stele will be brought to the capital, and the people will rejoice. We will decide its fate once there. Celebrating on Manu for 10 turns, chances of triggering another narrative event. Rest. Everything will be left intact. The holy site provides perfect shelter for a recovering army. Nothing more. And destroy. For our faith we will demolish this relic and the blasphemous artwork. No, we're totally going to bring it back to the capital. Heresy bros for life. He starts population gain. Nice. New grievance available. Someone attacked me, probably.
You?
Really?
What is it? Don't get comfortable.
I demand this.
The price of your behavior.
We're going to be able to just go straight to war at this point. And I might as well. 2 wars, 1 stone. Right, okay. Well, what else have we got? Change of reputation, okay. An artifact of war too. Months have passed, really. I guess so, actually, considering the turn timer. Have passed since the stele was brought back to the capital with great fanfare. Now the artifact sits in the Empire repository, gathering dust. Its script still indecipherable. Hearing of its fate, 2 parties have approached your court, both seeking to take control of its future. The first is a young scholar who claims, with proper funding, that she will be able to crack the code and learn great truths. The second is a curator who wishes to make the stele the centerpiece of a great exhibition celebrating the Empire's might. What is your desire? 10 turns of science. We're going to go with the chance of another narrative event. Let's see what this young scholar can unearth. We don't need science at this point. But still, it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. Right, man, really? Have you finished all of your work? Wow. I am sincerely impressed. Okay, we're going to pop down a... Oh, can I not build a hamlet over there? Drat, I can't. I thought I could build a hamlet more or less anyway. But apparently no. Well, that is upsetting. Okay. Do we need anything here? And probably more industry, honestly. Always looking for more industry. And if we can link these two up, then our walls will shift over. That being said, some more railway stations would be nice. Let's see. Now, the rail station will give +5 industry per adjacent maker's quarter. So popping one down here wouldn't be a bad move, certainly. Drops our stability a bit, but our stability is recovered very nicely. So I don't think we really need to worry about that one. But let's have a look around, shall we? Got some healthy potential for maker's quarters over here. So let's go ahead and pop one down there. We're going to want one over here as well. Again, some very healthy opportunities for maker's quarters there. Now, I'm not specifically putting them down with regards to maker's quarters, or at least I shouldn't be. That is actually exactly what I'm doing, but perhaps I could place it... Well, we've got a train station just in here, I believe, do we not? Oh, perhaps we don't. We'll have to right that wrong then relatively soon. But we've got a train station over there. I don't think we need another one right there. I think having a train station perhaps... here, we will lose a bit of food, but we can build some maker's quarters around it. And finally... Sure, we'll place one in there as well. Are there any more spaces? There is one more... Well, actually, no, there's 2 more spaces, come to think of it. Sure, we'll place one there. And finally... That will give us +5, but... We could place it over here and just surround it with maker's quarters. I wouldn't be against that. Sure. I don't think there are... Oh, no, there are. Really? You're willing to place one over here? That's kind of vexing. Will this allow me to... No, it won't allow me to spread out the quarters of that. At least I don't think so. We'll see. Let's move that on up to the first one. And if that one does allow me to build anything there, then we can place down a emblematic district there. I think that would actually be quite nice. Darth Raptor, is there anything more that you can build? There is lots of infrastructure that you can build, so let's get on top of that, shall we? Let's get all of the infrastructure made. There we are. Please and thank you. Right, as for my armies... Well, first... Let's get my ships involved in a bit of a fight. Instant resolution. Oh, no, they've decided against this course of action, actually. They've decided they want none of it and are skedaddling. I can't blame them, but they're not getting away. No, no, no. The joys of having 2 fleets right next. There we go. So that will be a loss of war sport for the
Why do you come here to waste
fleeing
my time?
and for the battle as well. We might actually be able to win this war without ever having to set foot on their home territory. And if we win the war, we will gain all of that. I don't even need to do anything to try and gain that. That's automatic for us, which is actually pretty amazing. And we can probably launch straight into a war with Cringer as well. Let's get this fight going. Once again, this one's going to be a fairly easy one for us. If they don't flee, they're not fleeing. Instant resolution. There was no point in us getting involved in that one. There we go. That is my hubris talking, though. Don't for a second think that I'm not aware that saying that is famous last words, basically. But let's get the other fight over here on the go. Once again... Oh, no, they just bailed out. Fair enough. Can I get you to attack? Probably. Yes, I can. Can I get you to finish them off? Absolutely, I can. Okay, there we go. Wow, that many losses in quick succession? I wouldn't be surprised if they were on the... Oof, wow, 39 instant loss from that. Those are such tiny little losses as well. I think there's something to be said here about the strategy of having unit stacks rather than individual units. Obviously, if you can pull units into a straight war, in support of your main forces, it's a little bit less of a concern. Like, if you're keeping them tightly balled as a group, it doesn't make much of a difference whether they're in a stack or several individual units. However, that being said, if you've got individual units and you're running them around, if you flee, understand you're going to get a double stack loss if they can still catch you in that turn and attack you. Or even if they can just make several of your units flee in the same turn. You are going to lose so much from that. It is very, very nasty. Right, well, with that, I think we're going to pass that turn.
A link for commerce and commuters.
Okay.
With this, the Iron Horse supplants its four-legged predecessor.
Hooray! Iron Horse, eh? Right, we've got a train station over there. Manu, can you now build... Can I even select Manu? There we go. Can we build it over there? Much sadness! No. Can we build this over there? Also much sadness? No. Oh, well. We tried. We failed, but we tried. Infrastructure, police force. Dedicated to crime deterrence through a visible presence in the city. The police force encourages law-abiding behaviour. Plus sensibility on garrison, and we do have a garrison here, but I'm not going to need to get to that one anytime soon. An artifact of war 3. The stealing has revealed its secrets. After careful, diligent study, the young scholar made a breakthrough when another fragment of the same script was discovered in a scroll containing a known ancient language. Astonishingly, as well as casting a light on the culture, the script reveals a hitherto unknown mathematical theorem, which, with applications in logistics and engineering. Okay, enlightenment. These ancients may be gone, but their knowledge will live on. Plus 10 industry for 10 terms. That's actually not too bad. I mean, to be honest, it's only not too bad because we've got percentage increases on industry. Otherwise, it would be kind of a drop in an ocean. But still. Right, let's push forward. Oh, I need to declare war. Well, we might be doing that in this turn because my enemies are seeking significant opportunities to hide from us in their borders. One of the military stars has been earned. Like, it's just gold on military stars. Very happy with that. Very happy indeed. Right, in terms of how far we are away from... Well, we actually might get a merchant star. We're definitely going to get the third builder star. We are definitely going to get the third agrarian star. In terms of expansionist, when this war is over, we'll get that. Acknowledge. Let's have a look at you.
Why do you come here to waste my time?
Well, I mean, it's fair. This is kind of a waste of your time and my time, but you're the one that instigated it. You could have just immediately surrendered. Right, order my armies to keep moving. Ooh, you're going all the way around. Oh, damn it, no. Oh, well, too late now. I shouldn't have told them to move around, I suppose. I could have easily pushed them a little bit closer to defeat there. Do we want to declare war? We could easily do so. Now, my war support might drop faster. This will be the first time that I've been in 2 wars. While having this badge, the owner... its owner loses less war support from occupation. Okay, there we go.
Meaningless gestures. I have had enough.
I may seek reparations. Wow.
You have my ear.
Okay.
For a time.
I don't think I'm going to push that one, but it's time for my armies to just swoop through at this point. Let's move in. Can we get all the way over there? No, but I can easily block them getting down here because they'll have to go a very long way around in order to get there. Sure. Okay, if we get out of this... I'm fairly certain that we are going to basically claim all of these just by winning the war. But if we can do so, we might be able to vassalize Cringer in the same motion. We will claim the New World completely and make a good dent on the remaining factions. Close to a war victory. We've got the Agrarian Star unlocked. We're now over 10k fame. Very nice indeed. Let's get into this fight. You gonna bail? Yes, you are. Do I blame you? Not even slightly. Let's go up and around. We know they can't escape from us at this point. Go across. They have to fight, and we'll just instant resolve it. There we go. So that was a double loss for them on the same unit. That one unit represented so much lost war score. It's actually kind of disgusting how that works. Alright, let's finish upgrading you before we leave the territories. Yes, we're going to upgrade it to a machine gun. Feel bad doing it, but we are going to do it. Right, I'm going to allow you to flee, and then I'm going to follow through, if I'm able. Can you follow on? Yes, you can. Can't quite get close enough, though. Could I instigate a fight from up here? Not easily. Oh, actually, no, we would have to go down a fairly long way in order to do it. But still, I'll start moving because we can get over to that side while we're on the way. Right, let's have a quick look.
Speak.
It's going to be a couple of turns before you've completely lost war support.
I'm already angry.
Same with Granger, actually. Neither one of you are particularly in a strong position at this point. Poker Dragon upgraded. Builder Star unlocked. The Persians now feel differently about you.
You have
Sullen.
my greetings, but that's all that you're getting.
Fair enough. And I can't blame you for that one, really. And Merchant Star unlocked. This is actually kind of bonkers now. How many stars? We've got 4 of them at gold. We're not going to get the next Merchant Star. It is possible we'll get the next Aesthete Star, though. We will get the next Expansionist Star before we progress to the next era. Right, let's keep you on the move. My ships need to continue punishing Birdman. Are you going to flee? Oh, fantastic. I'm very glad you did. However, catching you may be a bit of a tricky one for me. Still, we'll give it a solid try. Could you attack? Yes, you can. Honestly, them having ships out here when I've got... They're mostly transport ships. They're just trying to move troops around, but I've got an actual navy in the water. That is pushing them towards the loss of the war at such a staggering speed. Let's get involved. We'll instantly... Well, that being said, actually... We can probably instantly resolve. Let's have a look. Yeah, we lost nothing. Can you move forward? No. They basically just stopped us from making any progress in that war, but that's fine for one turn. Man whose population is gained. Local pollution level increased. Arneb has reached a new level of pollution. Well... Pollution is starting to become a bit of a problem. Close to a war victory already. That's kind of bonkers. But very well. Let's see. Next level, which will be level 1 at 25k. Will be reached in 116 turns. We don't need to worry about that. Right, how close to a war victory? Very close. You won't be able to flee, so we'll just instantly resolve that one. We did lose a unit, though. There we go. There we go. It was going to happen eventually. Swing on down because we can probably get a fight with you. Instantly resolve. Hubris did eventually manage to catch us. There we are. Right, let's have a look.
I'm already angry. Do not drive me to
-8. It's very nice. What about Birdman? The war is over with Birdman on the next turn. Sure, let's swoop on through. Same here. Okay. I can't imagine... They've got basically wooden fences. just assaulted. Instant resolution. Okay. And with that, have a look at how that's... In fact, we're going to win both wars with the next turn. My lord. What terrible sins did we commit to command such power? And we haven't even got the real power yet. Mutinous in Singai Nagar. Close to a war victory there. End of foreign war. And the war between the Edo-Japanese and the Persians has ended. They've decided that there is a much bigger threat to both of them. Okay, well, let's have a look at my units. Shall we push the war just a little bit more? Just to make a point? I think we should. Instant resolution. Did we lose another unit? No, we didn't. It's very nice to know. Actually, it probably brought in both units into that fight anyway. Let's swoop on through and just see what we can do. Because we will get military stars by doing this, so we might as well. Assault, instant resolution. They lost all 7 of their defenders there. That's about as much as I'm going to be able to do before we acknowledge the ends of the war. Okay. We've got a rather large amount of war score remaining. They're having to pay us a lot. Occupation. Where is that? Most likely it was one of these. You demand that the Edo-Japanese grant you Banza, give you Kukso. Where are they all? I wish it was a little bit more clear. Oh, these are the occupations. San Lorenzo occupation. Become vassal to the Italians. Remaining war score will be converted to money. I can't turn these off, sadly, so I can't force them to be vassals. Much sadness there. Because we could have forced them to be vassals had we gone for it. But it will mean that we gain all of the lands down here, which is what we really wanted. For surrender.
Some of us are born to rule. The others are like you. Here is a proposal to get your heart racing.
Only luxury resources.
And why would I agree to something coming from you?
Alright, I'll accept.
This is...
There we are, expansionist star unlocked. Fantastic. We will also probably have gotten enough war in.
Permanent settlement on another continent.
Really?
Quite the globe-spanning imperialist you've become.
Very well. I mean, I'm okay with that. I guess because technically we control the entire continent right now, that might be what triggered that one. But we've got 2 cities that we're going to need to deal with. But let's check out the other surrender. There we go. We've got only 230, but we're using all 230 of it, as is. Where are we? No, we're barely using any of it, actually. Right, well, we've got these 2. Now, I could sue for a couple more. Is it even possible? Actually, no, because we don't have any bordering territories. So we'll just get a bunch of extra money from that. For surrender.
This is wondrous. Friend,
there we go.
Come share a glass.
Do something clever today. Sign this treaty.
This? From you? Could be interesting.
Sure, okay. I will allow it for now. Okay. The New World is now completely ours. Now we need to decide which parts of the New World we're going to be keeping. A lot of them have only got 0 pops, so they're very easy for us to justify dropping. I think we're probably going to raise Amsterdam, Singai, Cusco, and have everything be absorbed with this one city here by using districts. I could give it all to Poker Dragon, but I feel that having a single city there would be a little bit much. So let's actually start positioning our armies ready to deal with that. Let's get over there onto the Plaza District, and you can go there as well. It shouldn't take us too much effort to get all of that done, but I'm afraid we're going to have to leave that for the next episode. We managed to win 2 wars in the same turn. The only land left not under our direct control, or control of our vassals, is the second Old World continent. But at this point, I can't see the AI being able to, on any level, catch up with us. How close are we to the next couple of stars? Reasonably far away. Well, actually, the expansion, not too bad. Another war would be able to get us that, but we're going to be a fair distance away from another war. The Estate Star and the Merchant Stars, maybe. But I suspect what we want really is at least 1 episode's worth of peace whilst we solidify our position. I'm strongly considering just moving to the next era with the next turn, though. Simply because, as much as I don't have emblematic districts over here, it'll probably take me a few turns to balance everything in this area so that they can actually produce those emblematic districts, and I have control over all of the districts once we've raised the cities. So, realistically speaking, I think moving to the next era will be in our immediate future. And just to cover what we're going to be looking at, we've got the Australians, the Brazilians, the Chinese, the Egyptians, once again, the Indians, the Japanese, the Swedes, Turks, Americans, and Soviets as our choices. We'll find out what we go with in the next episode, though. I really do hope you've enjoyed this one and will be joining me for the next. As ever, if you enjoyed what you saw and you'd like to see more, do leave me a comment or a like down below, or both if you're feeling particularly spicy. But that is going to be it from me. So until next time, take care, everyone.